play hickey or something?
You thought Warner Brothers was canceling movies now. Well, before the merger, they had a lot of different plans for their DCEU that they had to scrap because, well, a lot of their movies were getting negative attention, and I guess they felt like moving on with other things and spin-offs just wasn't in the cards. And one of the movies that was actually greenlit to go and then got canceled was a Harley Quinn vs. Joker movie. This would have saw Jared Leto and Margot Robbie reprise their roles as Joker and Harley Quinn, as the first time we saw the two don the characters was in 2016's Suicide Squad. And with the hype around this movie, people were so excited because we're finally gonna get to see Harley Quinn and the Joker in a movie together, and we're gonna see Harley Quinn transform into, well, the Harley Quinn that we know, I should say, see Harley and Quinzel transform into Harley Quinn. However, when the movie came out, it disappointed a lot of people, and we didn't get the whole Joker, Harleen, Quinzel thing. We got flashbacks, and that was about it. However, it did do very well at the box office, so Warner Brothers wanted this movie to go ahead, and a script was written by two people, that being Glenn Ferrara and John Requa, who were also set to direct the movie, and it was expected out by early to mid-2018, with production starting in late 2016, early 2017. And I would kind of figure that the end credit scene in Suicide Squad was kind of setting this movie up. As you remember, Joker brings Harley out of Arkham, and their relationship kind of, they rekindle it, and it seems like they're in love. So, correction on my part, it actually wasn't an end credit scene, it was the end of the movie. I'm sorry, I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I forget that it's right at the ending. The end credit scene is when Amanda Waller meets up with Bruce Wayne to talk about the Justice League, and that sets up the Justice League, but still, the last scene in the movie kind of set up what they were planning for Harley and Joker originally. But really all I can find with what a plot was for this film was that Harley and Joker's relationship in this movie would start to sour a little bit more, kind of leaning into what Birds of Prey was going for, where a breakup was going to happen, except it was going to be a lot more violent, and they were going to be fighting each other. Neither one could really accept that they were just falling apart and just not loving each other as they thought they did before. The other plot thing I found, which I know it's fake just because it's so stupid, I would like it to be the plot, but all I could find, it said something about Harley kidnaps Dr. Phil due to relationship complications with the Joker, but I mean, come on. This isn't Scary Movie 4. Dr. Phil is not going to do something like this. But anyway, the movie did get pushed back till 2019-ish or so, as they said that they wanted Birds of Prey to wrap filming before they moved on with this, because, they wanted Margot Robbie to be available. However, things kept getting worse and worse, and by February of 2019, the movie was permanently canceled, and we have not seen both Margot Robbie and Jared Leto on screen together since the Suicide Squad movie, as they both came back to reprise their roles, or should I say, Jared Leto came back later down the line, but it was a scene that he filmed in 2017 for Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League that we wouldn't see again until, I think it was 2021, because, well, he was cut out of the theatrical cut for reasons under Warner Brothers' control, but we saw him again, and Margot Robbie has since reprised her role as Harley Quinn in two movies past that, one being Birds of Prey, and the sequel reboot that was James Gunn's 2021 The Suicide Squad, which sees more of an independent Harley Quinn away from Joker, wants nothing to do with him, so there was no need to involve Jared Leto in any of these movies. And basically, the main reason it was canceled altogether was because of the reception that Suicide Squad got, the negative reception that it received upon its release. Sure, it was a box office hit, but it seemed like all reminiscences of a sequel and spin-offs were canceled, as Will Smith was also supposed to get his own solo movie as Deadshot. It just kind of halted everything, and it kind of put this movie in development hell, where Warner Brothers was like, yeah, we're gonna go through with it, and the script was finished, but before they can get started doing anything else, Warner Brothers kind of pulled the plug because, well, at this point in time, they were working on other movies, and little did we know, a merger was about to happen, and now it seems they're more willing to give their directors and writers more creative control, because every time that happens, the product does better, where they realized, well, if we keep taking control ourselves and changing things, then we're just going to keep coming up with these jumbled movies that we have already. And I think the merger under the new management, sure, they may have canceled some stuff that people aren't happy about, but at least they got a plan together and are willing to work with the directors and let them do the vision that they see. And it's going to be interesting to see what we get from Margot Robbie and Jared Leto down the line, because Margot Robbie's still contracted to be Harley Quinn at least 3 more times in movies, and Jared Leto currently isn't scheduled to be Joker again, as it seems like this DCEU is just phasing the Joker out. There's really no need for him at this point. I mean, Jared Leto got the role of a lifetime getting to play Michael Morbius, so, you know, if I was him, I would have quit a long time ago. I'm just kidding. Morbius was absolutely terrible, but I do remember actually hearing about it back when it was first announced, and I thought it was interesting that it was going to be Harley versus Joker. You know, it wasn't going to be like, oh, a solo movie of them creating chaos together. They were going to be doing it separately in spite of each other because their relationship wasn't going well, and we were going to start to see the crumble in that relationship that would eventually lead up to where at least the Harley Quinn character is now single and doing whatever she wants, and maybe see the Joker character go even more insane because maybe he didn't want to lose her, but yet he had no choice because it just wasn't working out, and he starts to go more batshit and maybe even tries to kill Batman again later down the line by himself. I don't know. I don't know what we would have got. I don't know what this would have led to, but it seems like we got an empty end credit scene in Suicide Squad that was leading up to this, but now it's just kind of there because, well, I mean, the movie to follow it didn't even happen, and that is probably the most upsetting part about it, is they had a plan to get those two on the screen together for an entire movie after they were only on screen together for like 10 minutes, maybe max, in the 2-hour movie. Even in the extended cut, they weren't on screen together that much, and we never really got to see the true dynamic between those two. Like, we saw a little bit of it, but we were really going to go in depth and see the relationship full front and center, and again, we just never got that. They just kind of say in Birds of Prey, hey, the Joker broke up with her, that was that, and you just kind of never hear about Joker again. It's always about, hey, what's Harley doing?
What the dog doing?
That was just kind of the DCEU saying, hey, no more Joker. I think we're good with what we got. Jared Leto, thank you for whatever the hell you call that, but we don't need your version anymore, but we still have plans for Harley Quinn down the line. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on this. You can tell me in the comments below, what do you think, and until then, stay safe out there, wear your mask, get vaccinated, and I will catch you all in the next one.
Seriously, what the hell's wrong with you people?
We're bad guys. It's what we do.